Hey, Chris, check this out. Look what I got. Virtual reality glasses. You know, like that movie Ready Player One?
Yeah, this is definitely not what it looked like in that movie, but...
Well, I mean, we're a startup business. It's like we can't afford, like, Oculus Rift or anything here.
Fair enough. Let's give it a try, huh?
Yeah.
Finish him.
What?
Wait, hold up. What?
What?
I'm... Okay, so... I'm you.
And you are me.
This is great virtual reality. Sweet.
Yeah. Glad I got to select my avatar. Welcome to another Cinefanatics review. This time we are reviewing Ready Player One. As always, I'm Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
So, overall, I think the movie was pretty good. I very much enjoyed the movie.
So did I. As a child of the 80s, I really did enjoy a lot of the references. A lot of the things that they tried to tuck in there. I thought it was really, really great. As well as, you know, as a horror fan, as I am, I really enjoyed the references to Freddy and Chucky. My gosh, Chucky. That was funny. That was hilarious.
Of course you would like Chucky. I also really like the acting, the actors that they had in there. Overall, both Ty Sheridan and I would have to say, out of all of them, Mark Rylance's character as Halliday was absolutely amazing. I thought he did a fantastic job in that movie.
Yes, it's very easy for them to try to make it look like he is portraying a caricature of a real world person, like say Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg. But instead, he was his own character. He was his own person. He was his own individual. That really shined through. He really was the standout performance in that movie.
And he almost had a Willy Wonka type of feel to him. The directing was also pretty good. Very much enjoyed Steven Spielberg's presentation of this. And a lot of his movies lately have seemed to have been going downhill, not doing as well, getting as much critical acclaim as they normally would. This was pretty much a breath of fresh air as far as his filmography goes.
It was definitely a back to form for him. You go back to Jurassic Park, you go back to E.T., you look at some of his older movies, and there is a magic to it that really was brought back in Ready Player One. And maybe it's because there was a lot of references to those old movies. You got your Back to the Future and all that tucked in there, as well as that really made it just kind of come together.
I agree. And then the thing that really stood out was the multitude of pop culture references. As we mentioned before, just all the ones that appeared. It was insane how much stuff was in there. I know we could spend all day talking about who we saw, where we saw it, what they did, but so far we've only seen this movie once. This is something that we're going to have to wait until it's available on home video, that we can sit here at our leisure, pausing the movie and playing it again so that we can see who we can see.
And nobody's got time for that, even on home video.
Not really. Okay, this is fun, but this is getting a little weird. You wanna just get back in the real world?
Maybe for a little bit, yeah.
Sounds good. That was weird.
Yeah. It's a little strange.
Anyway, so Ready Player One, probably one of my favorite things about this movie was the visual effects. Luckily, they were better than this.
Yeah. It was really cool how, like, it was computer animated, but it definitely looked like in some parts that they actually had actors that the computer animation was modeled after. Kind of like in some movies where they do computer animation, you can kind of see the actor's face and you can tell the actors behind the computer modeling. They had that kind of in this, but I couldn't tell who was who. That's the kind of the CGI computer animation that they had on it, and it just looked really good.
Yeah, like, definitely, Parzival, the main character, the avatar looked like somebody. And I honestly, like, I promise you, I got on the IMDb page for Ready Player One to try to figure out, did they have somebody else playing the main character other than Ty Sheridan, just so they could have a model to base off of? I don't think so. I think it was mostly just Ty Sheridan, and then if they had him doing motion capture, I'm not sure. Maybe they had someone else, but other than that, no one else that they really based the facial features off of.
No, I couldn't really tell. Some of them I was kind of trying to guess if I could see, especially Halliday's avatar of Anorak.
Yeah.
Anorak. I was trying to see, like, at some point, especially in the eyes, you could kind of see Mark Rylance in there, but it definitely was not him as the facial capture overall. So
It definitely did feel like, though, that they tried to get some kind of the actual actors' demeanor, everything about them in their avatars too, which is really impressive and overall just made for really cool visual effects.
yeah.
Overall, I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought the references, the acting, the story. I, for one, am glad that I didn't actually read the book that it's based off of first, because I got to go into this movie with fresh eyes with this story. Mm-hmm. And I think that really, really helped out a lot in my enjoyment of it.
That, from what I have heard, that helps with the enjoyment of just the movie. I have a couple of friends who have read the book. Mm-hmm. Some of them didn't like the book, some of them loved the book. But from what I've heard, everyone who has read the book, they said that there are some differences from the book. It does kind of have a couple of changes into it. So it's not exactly like the book. And that's a good thing, I would say, going into it, to expect that you're not going to get just straight off the book. But this is also true of Jurassic Park. I did read the book of Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton, and it was a good book. It was a really good book. In fact, I would say the book was better than the movie story-wise. Mm-hmm. The movie, also directed by Steven Spielberg, was good in the fact that it took what you had in your mind as what a real dinosaur would look like nowadays and made it real. That movie came out in 1993, and those visual effects, they still hold up to this day. And it's amazing.
Yeah. So overall, I believe we're both going to recommend it here. One thing I would like to note for those of you who are parents, funny enough, when I saw it, there was a young child sitting next to me that during one particular scene that was more or less based around The Shining.
Yeah, not spoiling anything, but there is a small chunk in about the middle of the movie that takes place in the movie, the Stanley Kubrick Shining movie.
There is some heavy imagery from that, though, that is a little bit too old, a little bit too mature for some younger audiences, so I was honestly surprised that the mother of the child sitting next to me didn't cover his eyes sooner. This is definitely a hard PG-13 rated movie.
Very hard.
Surprisingly harder than I was expecting. So, for those of you who are parents for younger children, this might not be the best movie to bring your younger children to.
At least go see it first, because chances are, if you're an older person, maybe 30s, 40s, there's going to be a lot of references in there. You might want to see this movie twice just to see what you missed the first time.
That's true.
Go see it, decide if it would be a good movie for your kids, and then take them to go see it.
Yep. That's going to be it for this review. Let's never use these again. That was weird. Be sure to go on to our channel here, hit subscribe if you haven't yet, hit like, hit all the stuff. Do all the YouTube things. Do all the social media things. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on the Instagrams. You're running the actual like Cinefanatics movie themed Instagram.
Yes. So all movie updates I will be running on my Instagram, which is at Robert Adams MLP.
Mm-hmm. And then I've got everything that's just on the general method living front. So if you just want to follow the business as a whole, what I'm doing here, then go ahead and follow that. Just follow everything and keep up, because I'm going to be doing vlogs. I'm going to be doing all sorts of stuff coming up. We got big movies coming up that we're going to do a review of. I'm going to try to go see Isle of Dogs and review that for you. And then, yeah, I know we got a big one next month, but you all know what that is.
I've already made a video about it.
Yeah, you'll see it. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
Later.
Should we be
Oh, it harmonized.
Okay.
There's
My scream is starting to sound like Pee Wee Herman.
bloopers.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say I'm Chris Adams, and you're gonna say I'm Robert Adams. Hey, guy.
You don't have to do my voice. Just say the words.
Hey, guys. Dude, you should really lay off the shawarma.
I really should. Okay, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun.
Why? Why?
Yay! This is all good for the end.
Okay.